Do you guys want to hear something hilarious? I was scrolling through TikTok this morning and I came across the New York Post, I think it was, that posted on TikTok going around asking fans outside of Yankee Stadium, whether it was yesterday or today. I think yesterday, given the fact that it was uploaded today, or it might have been yesterday. I don't know, but regardless, I saw a TikTok and they asked fans who has the better lineup. And the overwhelming amount of Yankee fans that said, oh, our lineup, even though guys are struggling, it's our lineup easily. That's cute. That's cute. Until you have to face Francisco Lindor, who owns your fucking franchise. Until Garrett Cole steps on the bump and starts throwing a fit in the dugout because he's getting rocked by Tyrone Taylor, of all people. I absolutely love this. Let's roll into the series against Atlanta on an absolute heater, and they were once 10 games back of Atlanta. Does this movie sound familiar where the roles were reversed? Does this sound familiar? I hope the mentality in that clubhouse, and I know it is let's get things going and let's go kick some ass. If this team, and this is why I've been saying for weeks now, that this team, if they want to show what they are made of, it's going to come down to this stretch of games here. It's going to come down to, most importantly, if you give that hunger, if they show that fire, if they show that, I'm trying to think of even the words here, the passion, if they show that they're ready and that they're not fucking around, they're going to steamroll Atlanta like they did the Yankees. But obviously, we'll see what happens. We got to talk about this game first. Before we jump into anything, though, please be sure to leave a like on the video. Don't forget to subscribe, especially if you're a Met fan. Turn on your notifications so you know when I upload or go live. And yeah, this is post-game, 101, where the Mets beat the Yankees 12-3, if you didn't know that already, which I'm sure you know because you either have Met fans just completely dunking all over the Yankees, or you have Yankee fans that are saying this is Met fans World Series. And I am just, this is everything that I've wanted to see from this team. And forget that it's the Yankees for a second. You just look at the optics of you're facing one of the top pitchers in the game. And I know the Mets have Garrett Cole's number. That's very apparent after nights like this. But it's just nights like this where it's just this offense, when they're rolling 1 through 9, come on. And Yankee fans really could sit there with a straight face and walk in the streets with their pants on and say, yeah, we got the better lineup. Come on. Come on. Everybody contributed for a hit tonight except Brandon Nimmo, and they still got 12 runs. Nimmo went 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts, and they got 12 runs. You guys want another stat? I know that I'm just pouncing here on the Yankees and just going all in, but it's just hard not to when these are the numbers, and I have to deal with hearing all the time about how superior the Yankees are. But 2024 Subway Series breakdown. This is from Mike Mayer 22 on Twitter. Shout out to him, saying 2024 Subway Series breakdown. Yankees 14 runs, Mets 13 home runs. Need I say more? And this game could have even got to a point where the Mets produce more runs, because you have Juan Soto robbing McNeil of a home run that could have left the ballpark. If Tyrone Taylor's in a spot with guys on base, Brandon Nimmo maybe produces a hit. I'm just saying, this game could have got way uglier for the Yankees. And now I'm sitting here and my entire demeanor feels so different from where I was at the start of the season. Right now, I'm on a high. And again, I still want to see this Atlanta series before I declare, because I'm seeing people on Twitter saying, no doubt this is the team you got to buy. And I get that take, and I think it's very rational to have that take right now. But for me personally, I want to see them take this series against Atlanta. I want to see them just steamroll, because not only is it important to catch the Braves for home field potentially, it shows that 2022 still left a sour taste in your mouth and you want to absolutely take a shit all over them. That's what I want. I want to see an absolute beatdown of this Atlanta team. Because like I said, forget the Yankees for a second. It's enjoyable. I want them to do this to the Braves. I want them to annihilate them. Like, I want these games to not even be close. But regardless, like I said, let's get back to the game because we could talk about that towards the end of the video here. I didn't even get to the recap yet, but like I said, Garrett Cole on the mound versus Sean Manaea in the top of the first inning. The Mets go down in order. The bottom of the first, a leadoff home run for Gleyber Torres. It's 1-0. Sean Manaea, definitely a bit of a weird outing for him where he's doing the thing where it's just walk the park and it's driving the pitch count up. But if you look at the, on paper baseline outside of the walks, you remove that and you're like, wow, really good start. The problem is you can't really discount the fact that he does walk guys, but got Soto the pop out. Judge grounds out, actually pitching to those guys. Austin Wells gets hit by a pitch. Then a brutal throwing error on a pickoff attempt. Ends up moving the runner, and then Volpe ends up striking out. We go to the second inning where the Mets go down order. The bottom of the second, Verdugo lines out. J.D. Davis walks, and then a nice little grab by Mark Vientos at third to get the double play going with DJ LeMahieu, and that ends the inning there. We go to the top of the third. Iglesias and Alvarez ground out, and then Tyrone Taylor. I cannot believe the game that I cannot believe how much he just destroys the Yankees. I like, if he was the secret weapon all along, I mean, I would have took him on the team years ago. But Tyrone Taylor gets a home run to tie the game up at 1 as he crushes it to left field, and he wasn't even supposed to be in the lineup. Harrison Bader dealing with a little bit of an injury. Hopefully things are okay. I know they signed Jackie Bradley Jr., which I don't know why I forgot to mention in the previous video, but hopefully that's not because of a Bader thing, which I don't think so, because they signed Jackie Bradley Jr. before Bader got hurt, because Bader was in the lineup yesterday. But, of course, hopefully everything's okay with Harrison Bader there. But Tyrone Taylor made the most of his playing time, and I absolutely love it. Lindor gets a single, and then Nimmo pops out. We go to the bottom of the third, where Cabrera and Torres fly out, and then Juan Soto hits a home run dead center field, a piss missile, 2-1. Judge flies out. We go to the fourth inning, where the Mets just respond right back, and I absolutely love it. You get JD Martinez, who has been in a slump. Way to get out of it today. Way to get out of it today. What a response. And he gets a single, and then Pete Alonso crushes a home run. This is what we need Pete Alonso to be down the stretch. We need him to just hit the ball out of the damn park. I'm tired of watching him trying to, hit for contact here. No, that's not your game. Crush the damn ball. And maybe he's seeing Jeff McNeil starting to crush home runs, and he's like, you know what? Maybe I got to try this hit the ball hard thing again, which was your game for quite a while, Pete. And you know what? If it works, I'm all for it. And that made it 3-2. Vientos flies out. McNeil grounds out. Iglesias with a walk. And then Alvarez grounds out. Bottom of the fourth inning, Austin Wells walks. Volpe hits into a force out. Verdugo strikes out. Davis with a single, and then LeMahieu grounds out. We go to the fifth inning, where Taylor gets a single, and then Francisco Lindor. I'm not going to run from what I said earlier in the year, but I will admit, do I look so moronic right now? And I couldn't be any more happy to see him just absolutely, like, this is the best we've seen him, though. Like, this is not even a question, the best we've seen Lindor. Do you imagine his stats right now if he didn't get off to a slow start? Even if he only slumped for half of April versus the entire month, we're probably talking about an 850 OPS guy hitting like 270. Not that I really care much about average. But yeah, talking about him with maybe like a 350 on base. Like, I don't know. You do the math on that with the on base and the slugging, whatever. Maybe 30 home runs. We're talking about something special here. And he hit a home run right there to make it 5-2. Pack it up. Pack it up. I knew right then and there I knew right then and there this thing was done for. And this tweet was from James Shiano from the METS podcast. I want to pull it up here. Who tweeted something which SNY copied, which I don't know why they couldn't give him credit for the tweet. But he tweeted, Francisco Lindor and Shohei Ohtani are the only two players with 20 home runs, 20 doubles, and 20 stolen bases. Good chance one of them will be the NL MVP. We're talking about that caliber of player in terms of what Lindor is doing right now. Wow. Just wow. If you told me in April, I never would have believed you. Never would have believed you that I'd be sitting in this chair just absolutely pumping the tires for him to be MVP. And I am so in this that it's never going to get out there, my word, because this channel just doesn't have the size of it. But if anyone wants to clip it, spread it around on Twitter, could we just start chanting MVP for the guy? I tried to push this with the Rangers and Panarin, and unfortunately, it led to him having a disappointing postseason. But I'm for it if it happens with Lindor. Like, there's a conversation that should happen, but after that, the Mets go down in order the rest of the way. We go to the bottom of the fifth. Cabrera and Torres strike out each, and then Soto walks, Judge gets hit, and then Wells walks in, and Ottavino comes in. I was scared shitless, I won't lie, but Volpe hits into a force out to end the inning. Sixth inning rolls around, and then Vientos strikes out. McNeil with a double because, again, just hit the ball hard, and you'll get production here. And he does that. I thought that was leaving the ballpark for a second. Or no, not that one. That was later on. He also got into he got a hit later on, I think. Or he might have, no, it was a fly out later on. I'm confusing so much here. My head's all over the place. This game just feels like it took forever, which quite frankly it did. But regardless, so no, it wasn't that one where it was on a ground ball to right. Because that was the one, yeah, that was right. That was the one where he legged it out for the double there, which could have been close. But Iglesias then grounds out, Alvarez with a walk, and then Tyrone Taylor with a single, 6-2. Garrett Cole goes into the dugout, throws a fit, couldn't be smiling anymore. And then Lindor flies out. We go to the sixth inning where Danny Young comes in, gets the first two outs, walks on Mayhew, and then Cabrera gets on from an error. I don't know why that play's not reviewable. He clearly was running out of the baseline, but sure, whatever, I guess. But that's an error there. And then Torres strikes out. Danny Young firing me up, walking off the mound. And yeah, we go to the seventh inning where the Mets go down in order. Then Alex Young would come into the game, allows a double to Soto, gets the next three outs, so made Judge look silly, which Judge just looks silly against the most random relievers. It's funny. And then the eighth inning, Vientos hits a home run, McNeil with a double, and then you have Iglesias with a single. Alvarez strikes out. It might have been that double where I confused it. I don't know. I'm just forgetting where it looked good off the bat. But regardless, McNeil just turning things around. And that's another conversation we got to have. Jeff McNeil, I don't know what he did over the All-Star break. He fixed something. And I don't know whether or not to get ahead of myself with this. But if this is what we're getting from McNeil the rest of the year, I mean, stopping this offense, especially if... And I think they still need to add another bat, but we'll talk about that towards the end. Alvarez strikes out. Tyrone Taylor gets hits into a field of choice, 8-2. And then Lindor hits his second home run because why not? He just crushes it. And then it's 11-2. Nimmo walks, and then they go to the bullpen again. Martinez with a double. Alonso walks. Vientos, who started it, sacrifice fly, 12-2. McNeil flies out. We go to the bottom of the eighth where a 1-2-3 inning for Young there, and then we go to the ninth inning where Iglesias grounds out, Alvarez with a single, Tyrone Taylor flies out, Lindor grounds out, and then we go to the ninth where Adrian Hauser comes in the pitch and definitely made it a little interesting as he, of course, had Cabrera ground out, but then Torres gets a double, Grisham flies out, Rice then gets hit, Wells gets a single, 12-3, Chris Paul cuts the lead down, and then Volpe strikes out. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot to dissect here, whether it's, again, thing with Manaea, which we'll talk about, which it's weird because his velocity was up today, but he also didn't locate that well. But I wish he could have gave a little more distance, but again, it is what it is. You didn't use Diaz again, and you didn't have to use Jose Budo. You Stayed away from Nunez. Now you have your arms ready to go for tomorrow, which makes me feel really good about the chances rolling into the series early, of course, against Atlanta. But yeah, a lot there. And then, like I said, if McNeil's going to hit like this, that makes it one less bat, though, that you have to add. But I still want them to add one more bat. I'm going to stand on my ground there. I really want them. The guy that I want Randy Arozarena. Do I think it's going to happen? No. I think it's unrealistic to ask for it. But if you add some sort of outfielder to this team, corner outfielder, because I'm fine with Taylor, especially the way he played defense tonight, the way he was roaming the outfield, which I didn't even talk about. That insane catch he made at one point. I forgot who hit the ball there, but he made just an absurd catch at one point in the game. But regardless, I think it was Verdugo. But Tyrone Taylor, if he's going to play like this, fine. But I still would like to see one more bat, because I'm not counting on Marte to be anything special, to be honest with you, when he comes back. Like, maybe with the bat, but if you add another bat to replace Stewart, like a guy that could actually play a couple different positions in the outfield, maybe a guy that's more versatile that could play the infield, but you also do have McNeil that could move all over. You have Iglesias, so I don't know, but maybe you get a guy that could play a little bit of both the infield and the outfield. I don't know who that would be. Definitely not Arozarena, but you get a guy like that. Again, I don't know who it is, but that's your Stewart replacement. And then your Gamble replacement when he's healthy is Marte. And I'm very comfortable with that group rolling into October. And then the other needs, obviously, I think starting pitching is clear after tonight, because you need a guy. I don't know how much it's going to cost, but man, they need a guy that's going to eat more innings, because I like some of the starts you get from some of these guys, but you need a guy that, and I know Seng is coming back, but you need somebody that's going to eat innings for this team. You just do. It's just the reality of it. But again, we'll see what happens as the deadline's approaching, and I'm going to be on vacation when it happens, so I won't be able to get videos up right away. But I will do my best to get as much content for you guys. But let me know your thoughts on this game in the comment section down below. Don't forget to leave a like. If you haven't, don't forget to subscribe. Turn on your notifications so you know I upload or go live, and I'll see you guys in the next one.